Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to True Buddha School's Vajrasattva Sadhana. Sorry, the four preliminaries, Vajrashita Bodhisattva Sadhana. So before we begin, first of all, let's sit quietly and adjust our breathing. Please raise the back of your seat slightly. Sit in the 7-point posture of Vajrasana. Sit with your legs crossed in the lotus position if you can. Place your hands in the meditation mudra below the navel. Straighten your spine, your central channel. Extend both your shoulders. Let your tongue touch your upper palate. Tuck in your chin. Close your eyes slightly, gently smile. Relax and let go of all thoughts. Focus your mind on a single point, on the practice we are about to begin. Let your body become still. Let your speech become silent. Let your mind become quiet. Completely empty your body and mind and adjust our breathing as much as possible so that it becomes subtle, gentle, slow, and gradual. So today's practice, the Vajrasattva Sadhana, is a bilingual practice. So I will start with the Chinese and then I will repeat the same line in English for some of the sections. So hopefully this helps people who want to learn Chinese and take part in Chinese group cultivations be able to do so. Let's begin the practice. Begin with praying for the lineage root blessing. 先身心放空, first empty your body and mind. 自观想成佛中传承, next visualize the true Buddha school lineage. Namo Daru Ulai, Namo Marha Vairochana, Namo Fo Yen Fo Mu, Namo Buddha Lochana Buddha Mother, Namo Amitabha, Namo Amitabha Buddha, Namo Lian Tongzi, Namo Pama Kumara, Namo Lian Sheng Namo Living Buddha Lian Sheng. Visualize lineage root guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian Sheng, appearing above the crown of your head, blessing you with life. 金手结莲花童子手 inform the Pama Kumara Mudra. 是莲花童子心咒7遍 recite the Pama Kumara heart mantra 7 times. 祈求传承大加持 to pray for the great lineage blessing, 修法圆满 and a perfect and complete practice. So let's recite the long version of the mantra 7 times. Om Ahum Gurube Aha Sasamaha Lian Sheng-Yen Lu. 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 祈请莲生活佛加持文 Supplication for the blessing of living Buddha Lian Sheng. Om Ahum. 敬以清净身口意供养毗卢遮那尊 With reverence I offer my purified body, speech, and mind to Vajrachana. 法身佛言佛母圣 Your Dharma body, Holy Buddha Lochana Buddha Mother. 报身莲花童子身 Your bliss body, Pama Kumara. 应身教主莲生 For your emanation body, living Buddha Lian Sheng. 三生无别大佛恩 These three bodies are the same in essence as the Buddha's grace. 恭敬真佛大传承 Homage to the great true Buddha lineage. 具足神通弥六合 Your transcendent power permeates the whole universe. 放光遍照于三际 Radiating light throughout the three times. 一如无间能现证 Manifesting in an instant across all time and space. 佛子时时常哀请 Disciples of the Buddha constantly implore 光明出照福慧增 For your blessing light to increase merit and wisdom. 昔日释迦来受记 In the past, Shakyamuni Buddha prophesied your Buddhahood. 阿弥陀佛应付托 Amitabha Buddha entrusted you with the mission of deliverance. 弥勒菩萨戴红冠 Maitreya Bodhisattva bestowed upon you the red crown. 莲华大士受密法 Guru Padmasambhava taught you the Tantric Dharma. 祈请不舍弘誓愿，救度我等诸众生。We pray you never abandon your vast vows to liberate us all. 如是护念而摄受 thus with your protection, care, and guidance. 祈请加持速成就 May your blessings give rise to swift accomplishment. Namo Piluchana for Namo Vairochana Buddha. Namo 佛眼佛母 Namo Buddha Lochana Buddha Mother. Namo 莲花童子 Namo Pama Kumara. Namo 莲生活佛 Namo Living Buddha Lian Sheng. Namo 真佛海会十方三世诸佛菩萨摩诃萨。Namo the true Buddha, ocean assembly of all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and Mahasattvas of the 10 directions and 3 times. 做四无量观 perform the four immeasurables visualization. First, visualize your father and paternal relatives on your left, your mother and maternal relatives on your right, your teachers, benefactors, loved ones, and friends behind you, your karmic creditors and enemies in front of you, and all beings of the 6 realms surrounding on the outside. All joining you in this Tantric Dharma practice, all attaining Buddhahood together. 做精行手印拍掌弹指 Form the awakened mudra, clap and snap fingers. 念清净咒 Recite the purification mantras. Om Sholi Sholi Maha Sholi Shosholi Soha. Om Shodoli Shodoli Shomoli Shomoli Soha. Om Marladan He Hom. Namo Samado Mudonam Om Dulu Dulu Diwe Soha. 念招请咒 Recite the invocation mantra 3 times. Om Ah Om Soha. Om Ah Om Soha. Om Ah Om Soha. We sincerely invoke 一心奉请 Namo 根本传承上师圣尊莲生活佛 Namo lineage root guru His Holiness Living Buddha Lian Sheng Namo 大白莲花童子 Namo White Maha Pama Kumara Namo 华光自在佛 Namo Lotus Light Perfect Ease Buddha Namo 真佛中历代传承祖师 Namo all lineage gurus of True Buddha School 同修主尊 Namo 金刚萨埵 The main deity of this group practice Namo Vajrasattva Namo 金刚萨埵 Namo 金刚萨埵 Namo Vajrasattva Namo Vajrasattva 十方三世一切诸佛一切菩萨摩诃萨 All Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and Mahasattvas of the 10 directions and 3 times. Namo Moha Boye Polo Mido. Namo Maha Prajna Paramita. Namo 大恩真佛中根本历代祖师愿诸众生得安乐。Namo the great benevolent lineage gurus of True Buddha School. May all beings attain peace and happiness. Namo 五佛本尊及坛神愿诸众生离诸苦。Namo the 5 Buddhas, deities, and the shrine. May all beings be free of all sufferings. Namo 十方三世一切诸佛愿诸众生常慈喜。Namo all Buddhas of the 10 directions and 3 times. May all beings abide in joy and kindness. Namo 三藏十二部正法愿诸众生舍分别。Namo the Tripitaka and 12 divisions of the Buddhist canon. May all beings forsake discrimination. 那么十方三世一切圣贤僧愿助众生得正觉。那么 all sages and sanghas of the 10 directions and 3 times, may all beings attain perfect enlightenment. 那么正觉宏观圣免金刚上师莲生尊者。那么 the perfectly enlightened holy red crowned Vajra Master Venerable Lian Sheng. 愿我与六道众生刹那顿证无上觉。May all beings of the 6 realms of samsara and I attain unsurpassed enlightenment in an instant. 续归莲生佛地 take refuge in and ultimately return to Lian Sheng's Buddha land. And we also pray for and invoke all the deities at our own respective altars and shrines. 观想大礼拜 Great Homage Visualization 礼拜根本传承上师及十方三世一切佛。First prostrate in homage to the lineage root guru and all Buddhas of the 10 directions and 3 times. Form the Buddha Shrine Mudra. Om Ah Hom. Visualize infinite selves, prostrating to infinite Buddhas. Release the mudra. 二拜诸菩萨 second prostrate in homage to all bodhisattvas. From the lotus mudra, Om Ah Om. Visualize infinite selves, prostrating to infinite bodhisattvas. Release the mudra. 三拜护法金刚 third prostrate in homage to all Dharma protectors. From the Vajra mudra, Om Ah Om. Visualize infinite selves, prostrating to infinite Dharma protectors. Release the mudra. Fourth bow in homage to all inequality from the equality mudra. Release the mudra. Ramanda Gongyang, Great Mandala Offering. 请结供养手印 from the offering mudra. And visualize the mudra transforming into Mount Sumeru and the 4 great continents containing infinite offerings within. We can visualize infinite flowers, incense, lamps, tea, and fruit. These are the 5 basic offerings. And visualize clothing, gourmet cuisines, shelter, transportation, mountains of rice, amrita or ambrosia, exquisite delicacies, rare and precious treasures, Vajra song and dance, beautiful adornments, the things that bring you happiness, or as well as all the offerings that we have carefully prepared. Visualize all of these transforming and multiplying to form a row. The rows multiply to form an endless field. And the fields multiply infinitely. Filling the vast expanse of space, the entire universe. Sincerely offer all these to our lineage guru above, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian Sheng, lineage gurus, the main deity of this practice, Vajrasattva, and all deities enshrined at our altars, all Buddhas of the 10 directions and 3 times, all Bodhisattvas and Mahasattvas, and all Dharma protectors, including Devas, Dakas, Dakinis, and Nagas. Recite the offering verse. 须弥是周并日月 Mount Meru together with the four continents, sun and moon. 化出珍宝供养佛 transform into precious treasures to offer to the Buddhas. 种种珍奇出功德 may all merit from offering these treasures. 消业速速证菩提 quickly remove karma to realize Buddhahood. Recite the offering mantra. Om Sawa Tadakata Itamu Gulana Minchala Kan Nilye Tani. Bring the mudra to touch your brow point, then release the mudra. Sigui, Fourfold Refuge, perform the empowerment visualization. Visualize lineage guru. All lineage gurus, all Buddhas, Dharma, and Sanghas, merging and transforming into a great white light to bestow empowerment on you. 念四归咒3遍 recite the Fourfold Refuge mantra 3 times. Namo Gurube, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammoye, Namo Sankhyaye. Namo Gurube, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammoye, Namo Sankhyaye. Namo Gurube, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammoye, Namo Sankhyaye. 披甲护身 armor protection. First form 手结金刚合掌手 form the Vajra folded palms mudra. 持金刚手菩萨真言7遍 recite the Vajrapani mantra 7 times. Om Pralanjali, Om Pralanjali, Om Pralanjali, Om Pralanjali, Om Pralanjali, Om Pralanjali, Om Pralanjali. Touch your brow point, throat, heart chakra, left and right, shoulders. Bring the mudra back to your forehead. And then release the mudra, visualizing Vajrapani appearing in the space above you and multiplying to 4, guarding you from the front, back, left, and right. 高王观世音经 Hiking Avalokiteshvara Sutra. 奉请八大菩萨 sincerely invoke the 8 great bodhisattvas. Namo Kwanshin Pusa Mohasa, Namo Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva Mahasava, Namo Mila Pusa Mohasa, Namo Maitreya Bodhisattva Mahasava, Namo Shikongzang Pusa Mohasa, Namo Akasha Gaba Bodhisattva Mahasava, Namo Pusien Pusa Mohasa, Namo Samanta Bhadra Bodhisattva Mahasava, Namo 金刚手菩萨摩诃萨，南无八遮盘尼波利萨巴玛哈萨巴，南无妙吉祥菩萨摩诃萨，南无曼珠须波利萨巴玛哈萨巴，南无除盖藏菩萨摩诃萨，南无萨尔巴尼巴拉那 Vishkambin 波利萨巴玛哈萨巴，南无地藏王菩萨摩诃萨，南无斯里嘎巴波利萨巴玛哈萨巴，南无诸尊菩萨摩诃萨，南无 all Buddhas,南无 all Bodhisattvas and Mahasattvas. 观世音菩萨 Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, Namo 佛 Namo 法 Namo 僧 Namo Buddha Namo Dharma Namo Sangha. 佛国有缘，佛法相应 having affinity with the Buddha lens, with Dharma as the cause. 常乐我净有缘佛法 permanence, bliss, true self, and purity. It all begins with an affinity with the Dharma. Namo Moha Boya Bolo Mi Shi Da Shen Zhou, Namo Maha Prajna Paramita, a great divine mantra. Namo Moha Boye Bolo Mi Shi Da Ming Zhou, Namo Maha Prajna Paramita, a great wisdom mantra. Namo Moha Boye Bolo Mi Shi Wu Shang Zhou, Namo Maha Prajna Paramita, an unsurpassed mantra. Namo Moha Boye Bolo Mi Shi Wu Deng Deng Zhou, Namo Maha Prajna Paramita, an unequaled mantra. Namo Jingguang Mimi Fo, Namo Pure Light Secret Buddha. 法藏佛 Dharma Treasury Buddha, 狮子吼声足幽王佛 Lion's Roar and Divine Speed Tranquil King Buddha. 佛告须弥当王佛 Buddha announced Meru Lamb King Buddha. 法护佛 Dharma Protector Buddha. 金刚藏狮子游戏佛 Vajra Treasury Lion's Play Buddha. 宝胜佛 Precious Excellence Buddha. 神通佛 Supernatural Power Buddha. 药师琉璃光王佛 Medicine Master Vajra Light King Buddha. 湖光功德上王佛 Universal Light Merit Mountain King Buddha 善诸功德宝王佛 Virtuously Abiding Merit Jewel King Buddha 过去七佛 the seven past Buddhas 未来显节千佛 the future thousand Buddhas of this fortunate eon 1500佛 the 1500 Buddhas 15000佛 the 15,000 Buddhas 500花胜佛 the 500 flower victory Buddhas 百亿金刚藏佛 the 10 billion Vajra treasury Buddhas 定光佛 Samadhi light Buddha 六方六佛名号 the names of the six Buddhas of the six directions 东方宝光月殿月庙尊音王佛 to the east Precious Light Moon Palace Moonlight Wonder Divine Voice King Buddha 南方树根花王佛 to the south Tree Root Flower King Buddha 西方造王神通焰花王佛 to the west Ebony King Supernatural Power Flaming Flower King Buddha 北方月殿清净佛 to the north Moon Palace Purity Buddha 上方无数精进保守佛 up above Infinite Diligence Jewel Crown Buddha 下方善气月音王佛 down below Perfect Tranquil Moon Voice King Buddha 无量诸佛 all the countless Buddhas 多宝佛 Abundant Treasures Buddha 释迦牟尼佛 Shakyamuni Buddha 弥勒佛 Maitreya Buddha 阿处佛 Akshobhya Buddha 弥陀佛 Amitabha Buddha 中央一切众生在佛世界中者 all sentient beings in the center and those in the Pure Lands 行处于地上即在虚空中 walking and living upon the earth and in the vast expanse of space 慈忧于一切众生 care for all sentient beings with loving kindness and compassion 各令安稳修习昼夜修持 affording them equanimity and peace so that they can cultivate day and night 心常求诵此经 constantly reciting the sutra 能灭生死苦消除诸毒害 can extinguish the suffering of birth and death and eliminate all poisons and harms 南无大明观世音 Namo Great Wisdom of Avalokiteshvara 光明观世音 Observant Wisdom of Avalokiteshvara 高明观世音 Noble Wisdom of Avalokiteshvara 开明观世音 Open Wisdom of Avalokiteshvara 药王菩萨 Medicine King Bodhisattva 药上菩萨 Medicine Supreme Bodhisattva 文殊师利菩萨 Manjushri Bodhisattva 普贤菩萨 Samantabhadra Bodhisattva 虚空藏菩萨 Akashagarbha Bodhisattva 地藏王菩萨 Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva 清凉宝山亿万菩萨 The billions of precious 清凉 mountain Bodhisattvas 普光王如来化身菩萨 Universal Light King Tathagata Excellent Admonition Bodhisattva 念念诵此经七佛世尊 chanting this sutra continuously the seven world-honored Buddhas recite this mantra 即说咒曰Lipo lipo te, kyoha kyoha te, tolo ni te, nihala te, bili ni te, moha kya te, chenling chen te, soha. Lipo lipo te, kyoha kyoha te, tolo ni te, nihala te, bili ni te, moha kya te, chenling chen te, soha. Lipo lipo te, kyoha kyoha te, tolo ni te, nihala te, bili ni te, moha kya te, chenling chen te, soha. Lipo lipo de, kyoha kyoha de, tolo ni de, nihala de, pili ni de, moho kya de, chenling chen de, soha. Lipo lipo de, kyoha kyoha de, tolo ni de, nihala de, pili ni de, moho kya de, chenling chen de, soha. Lipo lipo de, kyoha kyoha de, tolo ni de, nihala de, pili ni de, moho kya de, chenling chen de, soha. Lipo lipo de, kyoha kyoha de, tolo ni de, nihala de, bili ni de, moho kya de, chenling chen de, soha. 十方观世音一切诸菩萨 Avalokiteshvaras in the 10 directions and all bodhisattvas 誓愿救众生彻明悉解脱 vow to save sentient beings by invoking their names all can be liberated 若有智慧者因情为解说 those with wisdom should expound it diligently 但是有因缘读诵恐不辍 while those with affinity recite it unceasingly 诵经满千遍念念心不绝 recite the sutra 1,000 times with every thought unremitting 火焰不能伤刀兵力摧者 fire cannot harm blades and weapons destroyed in an instant 愤怒生欢喜死者变成火 rage turns into joy the dying shall live 莫言此是虚，诸佛不忘说 Do not say these are empty words, for Buddhas never speak untruths. 高王观世音能救诸苦厄 Hiking Avalokiteshvara can alleviate all sufferings. 临危急难中，死者变成活。Faced with danger and crisis, the dying shall live. 诸佛语不虚，是故应顶礼。The words of all Buddhas are true, thus we should prostrate in homage. 直诵满千遍，众罪皆消灭。By reciting the sutra 1,000 times, all grave sins shall be eradicated. 后福坚信者专攻受持经。Those with great merit and unwavering faith should single-mindedly uphold the sutra. 愿以此功德普及于一切。May this merit be dedicated universally to all. 诵满1000遍，众罪皆消灭。Recite 1,000 times, all grave sins shall be eradicated. 高王观世音经中 Thus ends the Hiking of Avalokiteshvara Sutra. 往生咒 Rebirth Mantra. Form the Great Ocean Bardo Deliverance Mudra and visualize Amitabha Buddha. Whether standing or sitting posture, releasing Dharma vessels, lotus flowers. To receive and bardo deliver our deceased ancestors, karmic creditors, any beings that we might have hurt or harmed in our present and past lives. Pray for Amitabha Buddha to bring them to the Western Pure Land of Ultimate Bliss, Sukhavati, Mahatwin Lotus Ponds. Recite the rebirth mantra 7 times. Namo Amitopo Ye, Dota Kato Ye, Doti Yeta, Amilito Popi, Amilito Sidampopi, Amilito Picalande, Amilito Picalando, Kamini Kakana, Chido Kaliso, Namo Amitopo Ye, Dota Kato Ye, Doti Yeta, Amilito Popi, Amilito Sidampopi, Amilito Picalande, Amilito Picalando, Kamini kakana chido kaliso Namo Amidopo ye doda kato ye dodiyata amilito popi amilito sidan popi amilito pikalande amilito pikalando Kamini kakana chido kaliso Namo Amidopo ye doda kato ye dodiyata amilito popi Amilito Sidambopi, Amilito Picalande, Amilito Picalando, Kamini Gagana, Chido Caliso, Namo Amido Poye, Doda Gatoye, Dodieta, Amilito Bopi, Amilito Sidambopi, Amilito Picalande, Amilito Picalando, Kamini Gagana, Chido Caliso, Namo Amidopo Ye, Doda Gato Ye, Dodieta, Amilido Bobi, Amilido Sidam Bobi, Amilido Picalande, Amilido Picalando, Kamini Gagana, Chido Galiso, Namo Amidopo Ye, Doda Gato Ye, Dodieta, Amilido Bobi, Amilido Sidam Bobi, Amilido Picalande, Amilido Picalando, Kamini Gagana, Chido Galiso. 念四无量心偈 Recite the four immeasurables prayer. 愿一切众生具足乐极乐因是慈无量。May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. This is immeasurable loving kindness. 愿一切众生脱离苦及苦因是悲无量。May all sentient beings be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. This is immeasurable compassion. 愿一切众生永处无苦安乐是喜无量。May all sentient beings always abide in non-suffering and happiness. This is immeasurable joy. 愿一切众生既爱憎处平等是舍无量。May all sentient beings relinquish craving and aversion, abiding in equality. This is immeasurable equanimity. 发菩提心 generating bodhicitta. 念发菩提心文 recite the generating bodhicitta verse. 弟子莲花众等从此归根本上师三宝。We disciples shall take refuge in the root guru and three jewels. 直至菩提永不退转 never receding on the path until reaching enlightenment. 所有大小各善系为师众生 may all virtuous deeds, great or small, be dedicated to all sentient beings. 速成佛道 for their speedy enlightenment. 念发菩提心真言3遍 recite the bodhicitta mantra 3 times. Bodhicitta Pitsa Samaya Ahum. Bodhicitta Pitsa Samaya Ahum. Bodhicitta Pitsa Samaya Ahum. 金刚心 Vajrasattva Vajraha. 念忏悔偈3遍 recite the repentance verse 3 times. 我昔所作诸罪业 all my transgressions committed since time immemorial, 皆由无始贪嗔痴 originate in beginningless greed, hatred, and ignorance. 从身语意之所生 manifested by my body, speech, and mind. 一切我今皆忏悔 For all these I now fully repent. 我昔所作诸罪业皆由无始贪嗔痴从身语意之所生，一切我今皆忏悔。我昔所作诸罪业，皆由无始贪嗔痴从身语意之所生，一切我今皆忏悔。念忏悔咒108遍 ，recite the repentance mantra 108 times. Betsa Samaya Surya, 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 Betsa Samya 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 Surya, Om 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 Betsa Samya Surya. 莲花童子心咒108遍 Pama Kumara Heart Mantra 108 times. 先做观想三光加倍. First perform the three light blessing visualization. Visualize the root guru's brow point emitting a powerful beam of white light entering your brow point. Visualize the root guru's throat area emitting a powerful beam of red light entering your throat area. Visualize the root guru's heart chakra emitting a powerful beam of blue light entering your heart chakra. Visualize the white, red, and blue beams of light dissolving into your body and mind. Then perform the mala beads visualization. Hold the mala beads with both hands in front of your chest and use your thumbs to move or slide over the beads when reciting the mantra. Visualize your left hand as a Vajra bell and your right hand as a Vajra scepter. Visualize the Guru bead as the stupa of abundant treasures. Visualize the four divider beads as the four Diva kings. Visualize the tassel as a lotus hand or a Buddha hand. Visualize the mala bead string as the white light of Vajrasattva's inherent nature, threading through all the beads. And during mantra recitation, as each bead is moved and counted, visualize it transforming into lineage root guru, living Buddha Lian Sheng, and coming toward you. 持莲花童子信咒108遍 recite the Pama Kumara Heart Mantra 108 times. Let's do the short version. Om Guru Lian Sheng City Home, 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 Om Guru Lian Sheng Siddhi Hom, 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 Om Guru Lian Sheng Siddhi Hom. 金刚心菩萨把 Vajrasattva Bodhisattva practice 手结金刚萨埵手 inform the Vajrasattva mudra 先观空念观空咒3遍 First visualize emptiness and recite the emptiness mantra 3 times Om Sabhava Sutta Sawa Dharma Subhava Suttoham Om Sabhava Sutta Sawa Dharma Subhava Suttoham Om Sabhava Sutta Sawa Dharma Subhava Suttoham 三段法身观想 Three-stage Dharma rising visualization. Above an expanse of ocean is a stretch of clear, sunny sky. A light blue moon disk rises up from the ocean into the sky. And within the moon disk, a white Tibetan seed syllable Hom emits brilliant white light. The Hom seed syllable in the moon disk revolves and transforms into Vajrasattva. Visualize Vajrasattva seated upon an 8-petaled lotus. The Vajrasattva's body is white in color. He wears a 5 Buddha crown and layers of celestial clothing. He holds a Vajra scepter in his right hand against his heart, and a Vajra bell in his left hand by his left thigh. Residing in his heart is a white Om seed syllable, and the seed syllable is surrounded by the 100-syllable mantra. From Vajrasattva's heart flows a stream of white, luminous ambrosia or amrita to bestow empowerment on you, the practitioner, and all of your negative karma is transformed into black liquid, which seeps out through your skin pores. And after purification, Vajrasattva descends into your body, merging with you to become one and the same. Song 百字明咒21遍 Recite the 100-syllable mantra 21 times. Om Vajrasamaya Om Beta Sato Samaya Manupalaya Beta Sato Denupadicha Sensome Pawa Sudokai Me Pawa Supokai Me Pawa Anulato Me Pawa Sawa Siddhi Me Pulacha Sawa Karma Sushami Siddham Silivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tadakata Bensama Me Mancha Betsabawa Mahasamaya Satowa Hum Te Hum Beta Sato Samaya Manupalaya Beta Sato Denupadicha Sensome Pawa Sudokai Me Pawa Supokai Me Pawa Anulato Me Pawa Sawa Siddhi Me Pulacha Sawa Karma Sushami Siddhamu Silivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Pizamami Mancha Betsabawa Mahasamaya Satowa Hum Pe Hum Betsa Sato Samaya Manupalaya Betsa Sato Denupadicha Sensome Pawa Sudokai Me Pawa Supokai Me Pawa Anulato Me Pawa Sawa Siddhi Me Pulacha Sawa Karma Sushami Siddhamu Silivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Visamami Mancha Visipawa Mahasamai Satowa Humpe Beta Sato Samaya Manubalaya Beta Sato Denubadisha Zazome Pawa Sudokai Me Pawa Supokai Me Pawa Anulato Me Pawa Sawa Siddhi Me Pulayacha Sawa Karma Sushami Sidamu Silivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Visamami Mancha Vitsipawa Mahasamaya Satowa Humpe Beta Sato Samaya Manupalaya Beta Sato Denubadisha Zazome Pawa Sudokai Me Pawa Supokai Me Pawa Anulato Me Pawa Sawa Siddhi Me Pulacha Sawa Karma Sushami Sidamu Silivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Visamami Mancha Visipawa Mahasamaya Satowa Humpe Beta Sato Samaya Manupalaya Beta Sato Denupadicha Zazome Pawa Sudokai Me Pawa Supokai Me Pawa Anulato Me Pawa Sawa Siddhi Me Pulacha Sawa Karma Sushami Siddham Silivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Visamami Mancha Vitsipawa Mahasamaya Satowa Humpe Beta Sato Samaya Manupalaya Beta Sato Denupadicha Zazome Pawa Sudokai Me Pawa Supokai Me Pawa Anulato Me Pawa Sawa Siddhi Me Pulacha Sawa Karma Sushami Siddham Silivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Visamami Mancha Vitsipawa Mahasamaya Satowa Humpe Beta Sato Samaya Manupalaya Beta Sato Denupadicha Zazome Pawa Sudokai Me Pawa Supokai Me Pawa Anulato Me Pawa Sawa Siddhi Me Pulacha Sawa Karma Sushami Siddhamu Silivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Visamami Mancha Vitsipawa Mahasamaya Satowa Humpe Beta Sato Samaya Manupalaya Beta Sato Denupadicha Zazome Pawa Sudokai Me Pawa Supokai Me Pawa Anulato Me Pawa Sawa Siddhi Me Pulacha Sawa Karma Sushami Siddham Silivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Visamami Mancha Vizipawa Mahasamaya Satowa Humpe Beta Sato Samaya Manupalaya Beta Sato Denupadicha Zazome Pawa Sudokai Me Pawa Supokai Me Pawa Anulato Me Pawa Sawa Siddhi Me Pulacha Sawa Karma Sushami Siddham Silivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Visamami Mancha Vizipawa Mahasamaya Satowa Humpe Beta Sato Samaya Manupalaya Beta Sato Denupadicha Zazome Pawa Sudokai Me Pawa Supokai Me Pawa Anulato Me Pawa Sawa Siddhi Me Pulacha Sawa Karma Sushami Siddhamu Silivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sava Tathagata Vesamami Mantra Vesabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Humpe Hum Vesasato Samaya Manubalaya Vesasato Renupadisha Zasumepa Sudokai Mepawa Supokai Mepawa Anulato Mepawa Sawa Siddhi Mepulaya Sawa Karma Sushami Siddham Salivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vesamami Mancha Vitsapawa Mahasamaya Sattva Humpe Hum Vitsasato Samaya Manupalaya Vitsasato Denupadisha Susumepa Sudokai Mepawa Supokai Mepawa Anulato Mepawa Sawa Siddhi Mepulaya Sawa Karma Sushami Siddhamu Salivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vesamami Mancha Vesapawa Mahasamaya Sattva Humpe Hum Vesasato Samaya Manupalaya Vesasato Denupadisha Zazomepawa Sudokai Mepawa Supokai Mepawa Anulato Mepawa Sawa Siddhi Mepulaya Sawa Karma Sushami Siddham Silivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Samami Mancha Yotsubawa Mahasamaya Sattva Humpe Vesasato Samaya Manupalaya Vesasato Denupalisha Zazomepao Sudokai Mepawa Supokai Mepawa Anulato Mepawa Sawa Siddhi Mepulaya Sawa Kama Sushami Siddhamu Salivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vesamami Mancha Yotsubawa Mahasamaya Sattva Humpe Vesasato Samaya Manupalaya Vesasato Denupalisha Susumepawa Sudokai Mepawa Supokai Mepawa Anulato Mepawa Sawa Siddhi Mepulaya Sawa Karma Sushami Siddhamu Salivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vesamami Mancha Vesabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Humpe Vesasato Samaya Manupalaya Vesasato Denupadisha Zazumepa Sudokai Mepawa Supokai Mepawa Anulato Mepawa Sawa Siddhi Mepulaya Sawa Karma Sushami Siddham Silivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vesamami Mancha Vesabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Humpe Vesasato Samaya Manupalaya Vesasato Denupadisha Zazomepa Sudokai Mepawa Supokai Mepawa Anulado Mepawa Sawa Siddhi Mepulaya Sawa Karma Sushami Siddhamu Silivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vesamami Mancha Vesabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Humpe Vesasato Samaya Manupalaya Vesasato Denupadisha Zazomepa Sudokai Mepawa Supokai Mepawa Anulato Mepawa Sawa Siddhi Mepulaya Sawa Karma Sushami Siddhamu Silivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vesamami Mancha Vesabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Humpe Vesasato Samaya Manupalaya Vesasato Denupadisha Zazomepa Sudokai Mepawa Supokai Mepawa Anulato Mepawa Sawa Siddhi Mepulaya Sawa Karma Sushami Siddham Silivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vesamami Mancha Vesabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Humpe Vesasato Samaya Manubalaya Vesasato Denupadisha Susomepa Sudokai Mepawa Subokai Mepawa Anulato Mepawa Sawa Siddhi Mepulaya Sawa Kama Sushami Siddhamu Silivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vesamami Mancha Vesabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Humpe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denupadisha Susumepawa Sudokai Mepawa Subukai Mepawa Anulado Mepawa Sawa Siddhi Mepalayacha Sawa Karma Sushame Chitamu Suliran Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tadakata Vyasama Memancha Vyasapawa Mahasamaya Sadowa Hum Pe 九节 佛风 9 cycle Buddha wind or 9 cycle Buddha breath. Okay, so first of all, let's visualize the 3 channels in our body. Um, Visualize that your entire body is as transparent, clear, and pure as crystal. And inside your body, there are 3 vertical channels running parallel to each other. All 3 channels start at the navel chakra, which is located 4 finger widths below the navel, branching out upwards to become the central right and left channels. The central channel has the top wide, bottom narrow, trumpet-like shape, flaring out like the bell of a trumpet, and ending at the crown of your head. The right and left channels run next to the central channel, with the left channel ending at the left nostril, and the right channel ending at the right nostril. Okay, so this is a visualization of the 3 channels. So at the beginning, we can use our little finger or ring finger to block the nostril that we're not breathing in from. And whenever we breathe in, it's always breathe in white light, white sea of the Buddha's Bodhisattvas. It turns into red in our bodies. And then when we exhale, it's always black tea or black smoke. So imagine that you are breathing out all your karmic hindrances, your obstacles. And the key of the breathing exercise is Si Man Chang, which is subtle or gentle or refined. Man is slow. Chang is prolonged. Okay, so those are the keys. So first, let's breathe in through our right nostril. And when breathing in, visualize the light of all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas spread throughout the vast expanse of space, and you are breathing in this light. Visualize the white light, breathe in, descending along the right channel to the navel chakra, then switching over to ascend along the left channel, and reaching the left nostril, and exiting the left nostril as you exhale. At this point, visualize all your karmic hindrances, illnesses, ignorance, and mental afflictions, transforming into black smoke and leaving through the left nostril. So that's the first step. And step 2, use your right ring finger or little finger to block the right nostril. And breathe in white light through your left nostril. The white light descends along the left channel to the navel chakra. Then it ascends along the right channel and exits from the right nostril as black smoke. So note that the actions for the left and right nostrils are similar. It is just a matter of switching sides. Step 3, breathe in the luminous qi through both nostrils and visualize the qi descending along both the right and left channels at the same time, reaching the navel chakra, then merging into one. This merged qi enters the central channel, ascending all the way to the crown, where there is no outlet. Thus, it descends back down the central channel to the navel chakra, then separates into 2 to ascend along the left and right channels, eventually exiting both nostrils as black smoke. So do the same visualization for step 6 and 7 when we reach it. So now inhale through the left nostril. And breathe out slowly through the right nostril. Breathe in slowly through the right nostril. And breathe out slowly through the left nostril. Breathe in slowly through both nostrils. And breathe out slowly through both nostrils. Step 7, breathe in through both nostrils. Breathe out slowly through both nostrils. Step 8, breathe in through the right nostril. And breathe out slowly through the left nostril. Last cycle, breathe in through the left nostril. And breathe out slowly through the right nostril. And then we can do the visualization of the deity merging into the practitioner, known as Ru or Guan. You can visualize Vajrasattva sitting atop your head at the Brahma aperture. And inside your body, the lotus located at the heart chakra in the central channel opens up to reveal a moon disk. And on the moon disk is Vajrasattva seed syllable Hom, radiating brilliant light. Visualize Vajrasattva atop your head, transforming into a rice grain size, shining pearl of light, which then enters through your Brahma aperture and descends along the central channel, eventually reaching and resting upon the lotus at your heart chakra. At the heart chakra lotus, Vajrasattva gradually becomes larger and larger until reaching the same size as you. Visualize yourself becoming Vajrasattva, and you are now Vajrasattva, one and the same. You can also do the breath counting method, Shu Si Guan, where you can mindfully count your breaths until reaching a state of tranquility free from concepts and false thoughts, entering the meditative state of non-awareness or the samadhi of forgetting. And let's enter samadhi for 10 minutes. 入三摩地10分钟。 True thing, exit from samadhi. The visualization steps for emerging from samadhi is a reversal of the series of steps in the practitioner merging into emptiness and the deity merging into the practitioner. So visualize yourself descending from the vast expanse of space back into your body. Then the Idam deity Vajrasattva separates from you, becomes smaller and smaller until he rests upon your heart chakra lotus and transforms into a shining pearl of light. Visualize the pearl of light ascending your central channel to exit through the Brahma aperture and transforming back into the Idam deity. Then emerge from samadhi. 颂赞 recite praise. Lian Sheng 活佛教授大密法 Living Buddha Lian Sheng teaches the Great Tantric Dharma. 金刚萨埵变化金刚心 Vajrasattva transforming Vajra hearts. 二者融合真实大相应 a great spiritual union when the two merge into one. 最终消除真正的清净 eradicating karmic hindrances to truly attain purity. 加念八大本尊心咒 recite the heart mantras of the 8 principal Idam deities. Om Ami Dewa Se, Om Mani Bemi Om, Om Banamo Lin Soha, Om Ha 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 We Samaye Soha, Om Chali Chuli Chunti Soha, Om Chambala Chanu Chanaye Soha, Om Ah Om Betsa Guru Bema Siddhi Om Se, Om Ah Om Guru Be Ah Sasamaha Lin Sheng Siddhi Om. Deyata Om Bekatsya Maha Bekatsya Latsa Samo Kadahe Soha. 念佛三称 recite Buddha's name 3 times. 南无36万亿11万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无the 36,119,500 Amitabha Buddhas of the same name. 南无36万亿11万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿11万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。加念请佛注释祈愿文 Supplication for Buddha to stay in the Saha world. 具德妙善圣尊秘密主，十方世界佛刹陈述佛。The Lord of secrets of the Vajra realm, virtuous and with profound kindness. Buddhas and worlds as numerous as modes of dust, across all 10 directions. 大悲有情海内众菩萨。The ocean assembly of Bodhisattvas with great compassion for sentient beings. 护教金刚空行前顶礼 and all Herukas, Dharmapalas, Dakas, and Dakinis, we prostrated homage before you. 世间三毒炽盛夜漫漫. The 3 worldly poisons blaze furiously in the long, dark night. 身心摧折轮回苦无休 devastated bodies and minds suffer endlessly in the misery of perpetual rebirth. 圣尊悯念降生度迷情 With great compassion, His Holiness came into this world to salvage deluded ones. 三宝浴室微光护群生 The powerful brilliance of the 3 jewels thus provides refuge for all. 人天福田所依金刚身 Your Vajra body upon which the merit fields of humans and devas rely. 受戒传法灌顶慈禧体 Bestows precepts, teachings, empowerments, and attainments. 佛子祈请注释转法轮 We disciples of the Buddha plead that you stay in the Saha world to turn the Dharma wheel. 利乐无量无尽众生界 to benefit and bring happiness to infinite realms of sentient beings. 回向 Merit Dedication. 愿同念佛者同生极乐国 May all who recite the name of Amitabha Buddha all be reborn in the land of ultimate bliss. 上报四重恩，下济三途苦 Repay the kindness from the fourfold benefactors of birth and aid those who suffer in the three paths below. 见佛了生死，如佛度一切. Upon seeing the Buddha, be freed from the cycle of birth and death. Like the Buddhas, deliver all beings. We disciples dedicate the merits of this practice to our lineage guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian Sheng. May Guru Buddha always have good health and longevity, be at perfect ease, always reside in the Saha world, and forever turn the Dharma view. We so dedicate the merits to Grand Master Sheng-Yen Lu. Pray for her good health and well-being. May everyone be healthy, steadfast in cultivation, have everything go as wish, and all misfortunes turn into blessings. Pray for Guru's blessing that those who wish to learn Chinese to learn the Dharma can learn quickly. Please bless us with an increase in wisdom and insight that we may know and understand, penetrate the true meaning of the Dharma. May we encounter virtuous good friends, teachers, to guide us along the path. May our resolution be firm, relationships be harmonious. May any English translations be accurate, fluent. Okay, you may silently make your own prayers, dedications, and wishes at this time. May all fears be fulfilled. May all disasters and obstacles be gone. Recite the 100-syllable mantra 3 times to make up for any errors or omissions during the practice, any unclear visualizations or discursive thoughts. Okay, so Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denupadisha Susume Pawa Sudokai Me Pawa Supukai Me Pawa Anulado Me Pawa Sawa Siddhi Me Pulaya Cha Sawa Karma Sushame Sidamu Suliwen Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tata Tata Vizama Me Mancha Vizipawa Mahasamai Sadova Humpe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denupadisha Susume Pawa Sudokaya Me Pawa Subukaya Me Pawa Anulado Me Pawa Sawa Siddhi Me Pulaja Sawa Karma Sushame Siddham Sulivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vizama Me Mancha Vizipawa Mahasamai Sadova Humpe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Denupadisha Susume Pawa Sudokai Me Pawa Supukai Me Pawa Anulado Me Pawa Sawa Siddhi Me Pulaja Sawa Karma Sushame Siddham Sulivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vizama Me Mancha Vizipawa Mahas Sama Satawa Home. 观想大礼拜 Great Homage Visualization，礼拜根本传承上师给予十方三世一切佛。Om Ah Om. Visualize infinite selves, prostrating to infinite Buddhas. Release the mudra. Second, by Chu Pusa. Second, prostrate in homage to all bodhisattvas from the lotus mudra. Om Ah Om. Visualize infinite selves, prostrating to infinite bodhisattvas. Release the mudra. Third, pay Sampai Hupa Tsinggang. Third, prostrate in homage to all Dharma protectors from the Vajra mudra. Om Ah Om. Visualize infinite selves, prostrating to infinite Dharma protectors. Release the mudra. 四平等一起手 fourth bow in homage to all inequality from the equality mudra. Release the mudra. 初坛念圆满咒 exit the practice, recite the completion mantra. Om Bulin, Om Bulin, Om Bulin, Om Mani Padme Hum. Shofar Yaman Rui Qi. This concludes a perfect and complete practice. May all wishes be fulfilled and all endeavors be auspicious. Thank you everyone for your participation. So as usual, please tune in most of all for Grand Master's Living Buddha Lian Sheng's live webcast on Saturdays and Sundays Pacific time. So Saturday nights Pacific time, it would be 8 p.m. That's a dedicated YouTube channel for all his live streams, and the links are below in the YouTube description, video description below. On Sundays, Pacific time, 3 p.m., there's a Homa ceremony, and you can watch the live stream. There's English interpretation. You can also register for yourself, your families, for blessings, and for the Bado deliverance of your ancestors, karmic creditors, or anyone you wish to pray for. You can actually register online. Rainbow Temple has a website, so you can actually also participate online if you can't make it there in person, and you can listen to Grand Master's Dharma teachings. He is currently teaching about the Vimala Kirti Sutra, so that's an announcement. So let's put our palms together and let's pray for Grand Master's blessing. Pay homage to Grand Master Living Buddha Lian Sheng, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Dharma protectors. Pray for their blessings so that this Dharma sharing will be auspicious and beneficial for anyone who's listening. Okay, so initially I thought of continuing with the summary of the course from True School Online University, but recently I received a question about the evening practice. And so I thought that maybe it might be something that might be interesting or useful for English-speaking disciples to learn about. Okay, so what is this evening ritual? Or usually at a lot of Leizang temples, a lot of True School temples, or like let's take the founding temple, Ling, Jing or Seattle Temple. Some call it Seattle Temple. The official name is Ling Jing Temple, LSCTT abbreviated. They have like at around 11:30 a.m. in the morning, they have what is called in Chinese Wugong, noon offering. And in the evening, usually around 4:30 or 4, like depending on the temple, 4:30 they have like an evening ritual called in Chinese it's called 晚课. So what do they do? So sometimes you might actually stumble into the ritual. Um, and usually at that point nobody does anything and they're all participating in this ritual. If you're doing your homework halfway, you kind of have to like stand up and participate in this. So um, the noon offering is they would make an offering to the Buddhas. They would, the monks and nuns would usually prepare like rice and then like vegetables, dishes, like a meal, and they would offer it to the Buddhas, and then they would take a part of it and offer it to the Garuda's Mother Hariti outside. So for those who have actually seen the TV Boy animation video about Pingala, about the wish fulfilling 荷叶童子, Lotus Leaf Bodhisattva, 满月童子 wish fulfilling Bodhisattva Pingala, you would actually have heard about this. So there's actually a story and origin. How it came about was that in ancient times, Mother Hariti was actually not a Dharma protector yet. At that point in time, she had a lot of children, and she also ate the children of the villagers. Um, so she was sort of like a demoness at that point in time, and the villagers were very fearful, and they went to the Buddha for help. So the Buddha, he decided to take Pingala, Mother Hariti's youngest child, and he kept him in a bowl. So Mother Hariti couldn't find her youngest son, and she was devastated, so very distraught. And then finally she went to the Buddha, and the Buddha asked her like, so how do you think the villagers who have lost their children feel? Like, and then she realized, she became remorseful. She realized that they would suffer the same torment that she was feeling when at the loss of their child, their children. So the Buddha, Mother Hariti turned over a new leaf, and then she became a Dharma protector in that sense. Um, and Pingala became the wish fulfilling child. So he actually developed special powers, but that's actually the origin of the offering verse when the monks and nuns they take a portion of the rice and bring it outside to make the offerings to the Garudas, and also Mother Hariti and other spirits. Um, at that point in time, then after that, there is the singing of the Buddha's epithet, Namo Amitofo, which is refuge in Amitabha Buddha. And depending on whether the temple has a shrine for ancestral tablets, for descendants to remember their forefathers, the monks and nuns would actually continue with Wang Shen Wei Qian Hui Xiang, which is like they would recite sutras, like for instance the Heart Sutra, and they would also recite mantras like the Rebirth Mantra and other mantras, so that those who have tablets in that shrine can receive the blessings. So that's in a nutshell what the noon offering is. So if you actually walk into a practice like this and you may not know what the words mean, but this is sort of like a gist of what it is. So feel free to participate in it, and just attend it, like if you happen to be there at that time. The other ritual that takes place on a daily basis usually is for a lot of temples is the evening ritual, as I mentioned, at 4:30. It's called Wan Ke. And what it is it starts off with Samanta Bhadra's admonition or a verse. And actually, this verse is very meaningful. It has been mentioned several times in various parts of Grand Master's books. So it's basically a verse by Samanta Bhadra Bodhisattva, Huxian Pusa, who is reminding us about the transience and impermanence of life. And so maybe let me recite it so that you have an idea of what it is. So the Chinese is 是已过命已随减. So they would actually sing this, and it has a very nice melody. There's no English version yet, unfortunately. And I'll read the Chinese verse first. Okay. 是日已过命已随减，如少水，水鱼斯有何乐？大众当勤精进如旧头然，但念无常，慎勿放逸. So what it means is Samantabhadra is telling us that the day has passed and life dwindles accordingly. Like fish in receding water, what joy is there? The assembly should be diligent as though fighting the fire burning on one's head. Be mindful of impermanence and guard against sloth and apathy. So, and every evening, virtually, like Mondays to Saturdays at the Founding Temple and maybe daily at other places, they would sing it at the end of the day. So it's very meaningful because it's reminding us the day has passed. What have we done? Like, are we trapped in just the daily afflictions? Or have we spent a little bit of that time being mindful of what we're doing and about the impermanence of life, how quickly it passes? And what are we actually doing to that end to liberate ourselves from the cycle of life and death? Okay, for those who are beginning their spiritual practice, like it's very easy to give in to our daily struggles. Like maybe some people might be obsessed with work or earning money, the material comforts. And then there are also other cravings or attachments that we have. But yeah, so this verse is very meaningful in that sense. It reminds us about that, how fleeting life is. And then after that, there is the fourfold refuge. So they would sing, they would do like a song version of the fourfold refuge. So be taking refuge in the Guru, taking refuge in the Buddha, taking refuge in the Dharma, and taking refuge in the Sangha, and what each of that, what is their wish for taking refuge in each of these. And then it would be followed by the Great Compassion Dharani, which Grand Master Sheng has many benefits. And finally, it's followed by the nectar offering, where the monk and nun would bring the nectar offering outside the temple to do it, and then followed by a praise in praise of Sangharama, one of the guardians of the temple. So he's the one usually with a sometimes depicted with a red colored face and a long beard. So he's Sangharama. And so if you happen to just walk into these rituals, it's good to kind of participate and quietly, or so I know sometimes like cultivation venues, they might be considerate of those who are like volunteers who are there helping out to do various things. And then so taking into account that they might not have time and then so people don't really mind. They just do their own stuff. Like at some temples, they are more loose about this. But some other temples are they take this very seriously. So it sort of varies, but it's still good if you can to actually take the time to participate in the ritual because it indicates a sense of reverence or respect for the Dharma. And it's good that you can also take the chance to recite the Great Compassion Dharani and also the Fourfold Refuge, and also to remember Samatha Bhadra's verse or admonition. Um, and it's a very good entry point for us to start learning about Buddhist concepts such as the importance of the preciousness of a human birth, why we believe in spiritual cultivation. So, like Samantha Bhadra is telling us that life is impermanent and we should cultivate. But then the question arises, like, why should we? So, if you kind of need to have a basic understanding of the Buddhist concept of the 10 Dharma realms in order for you to appreciate the importance or the value of why we need to cultivate. So usually a common analogy of the 10 Dharma realms, I know like some masters have made the analogy that the Dharma realms are like different levels of energy fields in a way. So the ones like the beings in hell are have the dimmest light, and the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, they have the most brilliant light. So they're right at the top. So what are the 10 Dharma realms? It is actually the six realms of samsara. So the six realms of samsara are heaven, um, asuras, and then human beings, human realm. Okay, the three low realms are the realms of hell beings, hungry ghosts, and animals. So it's a little similar to like the Christian concept of if you do good, you go to heaven. And if you do great negative deeds, negative karma, you end up suffering for that in hell. But the Buddhist concept goes further. It has also these realms of asuras, animals, hungry ghosts, and things like that. And it has the four holy realms of Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Sheng-Yen Lu, so the Shravakas and solitary Buddhas or Pratyeka Buddhas. So if we don't cultivate, if we don't spiritually cultivate, we are basically led by our karmic actions to transmigrate through the six realms of samsara over and over and over and over again. So basically, because we don't know what we are doing, our ignorance, and then we might perceive the material world as real, we end up being led by our karmic actions, and we basically just do whatever might feel good or like, temporary pleasures and things like that. And we make a lot of mistakes, which can cause problems. Um, it might cause some to like fall into the lower realms in the next rebirth, and then you might not actually have a chance to hear the Dharma. So when we embark on spiritual cultivation, that's when we actually have a chance to finally take control of our own life, in the sense our own existence, not just in this life, but in future lives, because we finally make the choice to be totally free and in control of our own destiny, to become like the Buddhas, the awakened ones, the enlightened ones. So the Buddhas have complete mastery over life and death. They can choose what realm they want to be born in, what kind of beings they want to deliver or convert or help. So the four holy realms are beyond the cycle of transmigration. They are not part of the six realms of cyclic existence. So that's why it's important to cultivate. That's the whole point. Our whole Buddhist practice is that we recognize the suffering of the even in the human realm, there is suffering. So, and imagine the greater suffering in the three lower realms. So that's why we need to cultivate so that we can end our own suffering and help other people to learn to end their suffering as well. So that's one of the key points. So along the way, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in their infinite compassion, they may bestow a lot of blessings. They may grant our wishes or try to fulfill our wishes. Like for instance, you might be praying for, I want to be very rich, wealthy, have a lot of money. I want to have like a beautiful wife or a beautiful spouse. Loving children, a perfect career, etc. Great, good grades and things like that. And the Buddhas, they are very kind and compassionate, and they would fulfill that wish as much as possible if the karmic conditions are right. But that's just an expedient means. So that is not the final goal of cultivation, which is to liberate ourselves from the cycle of life and death. And so that's why we need to have a very clear understanding and be mindful of that, of the six realms of samsara, of the 10 realms, the 10 Dharma realms, and always keep that goal in mind so that no matter what happens, whether we encounter fortunate circumstances where our wishes are blessed, or if we suffer the consequence maybe from our past karmic debts, or and even we can transcend those states and we can be at peace. We can face those situations with equanimity, knowing that these are just temporary states that we have to go through for that karma to kind of reach a state of equilibrium, so that we can finally reach the state of Buddhas and have pure body, speech, and mind. So those are basically like whenever, if you invite your friends to take part or participate in the evening ritual, or even you yourself take part in the evening ritual, there is that superficial state of participating in the ritual, but then there is the deeper state of understanding the meaning of the ritual and what it's trying to remind us. And so when you actually bear in mind what you're actually singing, what are you saying? What are you reminding yourself? What do we try to keep in mind? Then that's when it becomes really meaningful, and it goes deep into your consciousness. And if you contemplate the teachings on a daily basis, very gradually your life will change, because your perspective will change. You will realize what Grand Master is saying about the impermanence of life, the illusory nature of life, um, and the choices you make will naturally change. So hopefully this is beneficial for everyone, and I think that's it for today. All the best. Have a good week ahead. Amitofo. Om Mani Padme Hum.